Alright, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast trials. And in this video, we are going to be continuing my coverage of the Kress Twins event, part 1 here on the Psychosurgery difficulty. We are on trial number 4 for this event, which is Vindicate the Guilty. The 4th and final full trial we'll be up against here. We did, of course, have one for each prime asset. We had the Shopping Mall, then Liquidate, Pervert the Futterman, and now Vindicate is here for Coil. Of course, we're up against the same 2 special variators for the event, being the Kress Twins variator, meaning Auto and Aurora will be out during the trial instead of any other specialist X-Pop, and then the Nausea Traps replace the Hanging Sound with the purple vial things that will make you yak all over the floor. Increase Threat 2, Unreliable Doors, Limit Items 2, Psychosurgery. Those are going to be those remaining variators. And, you know, I'm trying to think, actually, I might just stick with the same setup as I did for the last trial. I'm enjoying Blind quite a bit. I'm liking to showcase it a little bit more, give people idea of how good it is, and it can definitely be mained very easily over stun, especially for final objectives. Like you saw me using it on the last trial, Pervert the Futterman. You set it up near the crank or near the pump, and you can just do those objectives even once the stun effect of the blind wears off. The smoke will keep you safe, and it's a lot stronger than I knew about in that regard. You know, I learned that semi-recently, that it was really good for things like that, as long as you're willing to forego having the stun. And we'll just stick with this for now and see how things go. Like like using the other rigs like X-Ray, Jammer, Barricade. Jammer, you know, you can reasonably make an argument for being quite good depending on your playstyle, but especially whenever what the fuck am I stuck on right there? That is so annoying. Now we're gonna get chased by this giant as a result of that, but yeah, whenever I'm showcasing, you know, those other rigs, especially X-Ray or Barricade, it's mostly just for the fun of it and to show some variety. Like there's, if you're going for the best setup, or you know, are we serious? Are we so serious? Okay, we'll take that. If you're going for the best setup or trying to, you know, have you know, guaranteed success or do as well as possible, you're probably just going to want to go for Stun or Blind, depending on your preference. I'm not saying you can't do well with Barricade or X-Ray, but they're never going to be quite as good. And dude, I crouched. I really did crouch. But hey, I don't know how much of an issue that is for your grade, to be honest, but I'm going to just soldier on. Never mind. Let's try this again. We're having a hard time out here, apparently, on these trials. I kind of just took the gamble, like, hopefully he doesn't look in my direction and see me. And then he did, and therefore we got smacked up. A risk I was willing to take and hoping to not get punished for. But, you know, the game seems a bit out to get me today, especially after that Futterman trial, so hopefully we can overcome. Hopefully we can overcome the adversity and prevail in any case, but we'll see how we get on here. Get ourselves a bottle. Unfortunately, the Screamer does go off. Screamers be getting more annoying by the day, I swear. That hold your head animation, just infuriating to no end. But regardless, I hope you guys don't mind if I ask you to go ahead and smash the like button down below. I would greatly appreciate it. Helps me out so much. And of course, don't forget to subscribe as well for all the future content we have coming up. Part 1 of the event, remaining trials, part 2 of the event, any news, educational content, everything you want to see is right here. So don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will bring it all to you. And yeah, we're going to get started with tutorial part 1 here with the numbers. Let's see what we've got. 6, 3, 7, 9, 7. Type that in. And then we do the acid tutorial, and then we do the objectives. And then we're on the witness tutorial. Something I have complained about on this trial since its release, essentially, is how much time is spent doing these tutorial segments. Like, ideally, I mean, the puzzle box one is fine. It makes sense to have that, I would say. Ideally, this acid would not be so far away. I mean, you could get the idea that you're not supposed to run with it pretty quickly and easily just from a sign, and it doesn't have to be in a room that's way over there. And the witness, I think, should have just one bulb on his head to show you how it works. But whatever. Let's just get into the section right here. And I'm going to set up my blind right outside of the rig disabling area, which is what I like to do here. Coil gets onto you, you can run back to that and utilize it to keep yourself a little bit more safe, a little bit more easily. Obviously, it's ideal when you do get one of the close spawns of the evidence box, but we did not get that. And we got the worst room, in my opinion. Let's see, .8.7. This room, always very annoying to find the numbers in. 2.8.72867. Not too bad. Yeah, this room is by far the most annoying and difficult, given the size of it and the ridiculous number of shelves and things that obscure your vision. I believe we did have the Kress twins coming out in that area, so that is ideal for us, as we can now head upstairs and not have to worry about them. Not sure where the Berserker is. Okay. They were a lot further away from where they came in than I expected them to be. Let's get into the acid area now. Let's see. Here we go. One of the better spawns, honestly. We didn't get one of the big rooms. And we can hopefully get it down quite easily. Do make sure to drop it before smashing the planks, of course. And hopefully the timing works out for us on this electrical floor grid. Should do, actually, pretty decently, yep. Although we do have another one up here, annoyingly enough. So, don't really want to spend my only throwable on destroying this thing, so I will simply wait patiently for it to disable. Very nice. And we'll be back into the courtroom before we know it, working on the witnesses up next. Where did he's there? I think that is unfortunately too close. Okay, this makes me feel a lot better about it. We can use this bottle to get rid of him. Oh, do it quickly. I'm gonna run this way, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to mess with the Kress twins exactly here. Is this gate open or no? The gate's not open yet, so I guess we'll take the entire long way around that we take at the beginning of the trial. Get ahead and wait for our stuff to come back. Our stamina, I mean, and get back here nice and safely. Alright, moving on to the next segment. And we do have 2 bricks for these witnesses, which is good. I would like a blind usage maybe for the downstairs one would be helpful. Because you do need 2 brick throws to get the next hit. So this is only like, these 2 bricks could one cycle a singular witness. but we can convert a half charge of a brick into a full damage hit by getting a rig recharger out of it. I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be, but hey, it makes sense at the end of the day if you think about it. Unfortunately, that is not locked, so we can't make use of it. So find a rig recharger. It's been a while since they changed this, but I still remember the days where you would go around opening every one of those blue containers and crossing your fingers in hopes of a rig recharger. No longer possible to find them in unlocked ones, but that was once the case. Those of you who are newer to the game might not remember or have even known about that. And that's part of what I like a lot about having played the game for so long, is there's been quite significant changes in a lot of different aspects, and I'm sure most people that have, you know, only more recently gotten the game or gotten into it wouldn't be aware of those things. So it's kind of cool to just bring them up from time to time. One nice thing about having Smash is this shortcut you can open up, which makes getting around this area, in my opinion, quite a lot easier, at least especially here at the start of this section. We do have our third poster over there that I can grab. I'll open this as well. Kind of like a why not type deal. And this guy's still after me. He's being quite a nuisance. I'll just go grab my poster. He's still just right on my ass, bro. Kind of insane. I guess I'll go into the acid section, considering Kress twins are coming out. And there's almost no way he chases me all the way into here. But now we have to worry about the twins coming up the stairs. It appears they have elected to not do, for now at least. Let's, okay, they heard me opening that door, apparently. So many things need to be loudly smashed and hit to get anywhere. Let's see if we can make this happen. I can't grab that brick. Oh. It's not going to be enough time. Well, that incredibly annoyingly placed glass patch. Plus, I thought the witness would jump over this to try to go for that door. But yeah, having two doors essentially right next to each other for him to escape through is always going to make that difficult. That should hopefully be enough. I wasn't sure if he was going to run off. I didn't realize he would be in that room so quickly, but hey. It all worked out eventually. I don't think I checked this brick spawn. There's a brick spawn here somewhere, isn't there? Wait, what? I swear there was one like in that corner or something. Huh. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but hey, we have one there at least. Wow. Okay, Night Hunter, can you not glitch all over the screen, please? So yeah, we could potentially get the one cycle here with just bricks as well. And I think I will go for that, actually, given his positioning. I'm not sure how the Pouncer decided that that brick hit her hiding spot and made her leave, but hey, who am I to judge her decision making? And there we have it. One rather messy 2-cycle and one quite clean 1-cycle, thanks to fairly fortunate abundant spawning of bricks. And we can open up the secret room here as well. Give me a nice couple of things and a rig recharger as well. One of those cases where we might as well take the master key because we've got nothing else better to carry. Although it would be quite nice to get a throwable for safety purposes. I'm not going to obsess over it. and just head straight back to the courtroom immediately to proceed with the ending of the trial here. And this will once again showcase the power of blind. I'll put the blind basically right next to the thing. See, the problem, or the stupid thing I was doing with blind prior to learning about it being so good inside the smoke is I would put my blind like over here, and then the smoke wouldn't cover where I'm actually at, and it wouldn't be usable to hide in that. But now with the blind right on top of the objective like that, it'll cover me up in the smoke while I'm cranking that shit and prevent me from getting smacked on. So let's see how well that goes for us here as we jump on the crank. And Coil should almost certainly come out from the left, given he just spawned over there. But you know, we don't actually need to do head on a swivel because we can. It's only a problem if he spawns to our right, which he did not. And now we just keep on cranking. We don't care. We've got safety of the smoke. That's the idea. And see, now Coil's not stunned anymore, but he doesn't hit me, despite being right next to me because I was in the smoke. Very effective, very nice, very helpful. And now we can take my preferred exit pathing, which is a bit indirect, but also avoids any potential issues in the lobby or elsewhere by utilizing this handy dandy little window. And I find it quite unlikely at this point that I'm going to use the master key, but why not take it with us to the end, carry it with us through to the final sections. Oh, please, do not do that. Smash that open to give us some sound distraction. We do have Coil here, which is not ideal. Smash the button. Avoid his little grab attack that seems like something new that he does. He seems to do that a lot when I go for hit jukes on him. And it's not something I'd ever seen before fairly recently. Hopefully we don't get sniped by an auto and Aurora vial as we escape the trial. I believe a flawless there, despite playing it a little bit fast and loose with the ending. Let's see. That's 8 plus 14 minutes, 37 seconds. Vindicate the guilty Kress twin psychosurgery here. And yes, no demerits there, so that's nice. And of course, this trial was always going to be a bit easier given the fact that it's a lot more enclosed of areas for the most part, aside from the courtyard. The Kress twins weren't as big of a worry compared to something like Revert the Futterman or Liquidate. And that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're on to the MK challenges now. We've got 5 of those to finish off for this part of the event. I want to say big thanks to all my channel members. Names popping up on the screen here. Special shout out to Laura for being in that Reborn Reagent tier. And of course, do not forget to check the description for links to my Discord and my Twitch. If you're interested in any of that, hit the join button to support the channel directly. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.